Hello and good morning. Welcome back to our class. Our lesson for today is creating graphs using Excel. In this video, we will discuss presentation and analysis of business data using Excel. We will discuss also different types of graphs. So for this topic, we will talk about the content standards. So the learner demonstrate an understanding of business data presentation using graphs, charts, and tables. Also, so for our performance standards, we'll talk about on solving problems in real life business situations, as well as present data in graphical form and analyze data in graphical form. In this video, we'll talk about four basic graphs, so namely the column graph, the bar graph, the line graph, and the pie graph. Also, we will use the Excel in order to create graphs. So the first type of graphs that we will discuss is about column graphs. So if we say column graphs, this is best shows changes in data over a short time span and relationship between two or more data series. Here is our example. The data is showing the rank of values from smallest to largest in order to focus on the largest values of items. From this example, the general inquiry has the least value, while the largest value is the driver's license. On the next slide, we will show you how to create the column graph. Okay, so let's construct the column graph using the Excel. So what we're going to do, we have here the information or the data. So let's highlight. Okay, so let's highlight our data. Then after that, click Insert. Okay, from the Insert class, you can choose now your graph. So for now, we will choose the column 1. Okay, and I'll choose the 2D column. Okay, from my 2D column now, I have here my chart. Okay, I'll move it a little bit higher. Then I'll choose all my designs. So for me, I like to choose this design. Okay, here I'll check, the plus signs for my chart elements. For my axis title, I write here, my axis title, I re-edit. So my title is actually average transactions, okay, uh, transactions per day. All right, so there I have it. Then for my x-axis, I'll write here as transactions. Okay. Now, if I want to change the color, I click the graph, then change color. So say for instance, I would like to choose yellow, or if you want this color or blue. So for me, I'll choose this color. There you have it. Okay, so we have now the column graph using the Excel. So let's create Excel bar chart labeled by year. So say for instance, we have here data. So what we're going to do is highlight the given data and then proceed to insert, then choose the, this column, 2D column. Okay. As you can see, our chart is like nonsense or it doesn't make sense. So what we're going to do is simply, press select data. From that select data, okay, we will choose, remove the series 1. Okay. So as you can see now, we have up, down, up, trend. So after that, we will move now on to our edit. So we will edit now these numbers 1, 2, 3, 5, and so on because we would like to insert the date. Okay, so let's remove this, edit, and highlight the dates or the year 2012 to 2020 and press enter. Okay, then press OK. All right, as you can see, we have now here the dates. And the next one is, press this chart, for your design. So say for instance, you choose this design. Okay, so, and then after that, if you want to change the color, you press the change color. So if you want a little bit dark blue, there. And after that, let's choose or change or type our chart title. So say for instance, our chart title is year over Here, percent change in COGS. By the way, COGS stands for the cost of goods sales. Based on our data, column graphs work best for the order of values typically used to sequence of items. As you can see here, we have actually the percent change in the cost of goods sales from 2012 to 2020. As we can observe from 2012 to 2014, there is increase in percent change in COGS. However, in 2015, there is a downturn in percent change of cost of goods sales. However, from 2017 to 2020, there is steadily increase or gradual increase of the cost of goods sales. The next type of graph is all about bar graphs. So bar graphs best show data series and data comparisons in competition and with non-natural order such as according to time and others. The bar graphs allows for much longer text because the labels are above each other, not beside each other. Based on our examples on our table right now, so we can have the contributions to quarter-over-quarter change in earnings. So we have the raw materials as 0.80%, followed by the salaries and benefits as 0.40%, sales volume at 0.90%, while the service contacts is 3.10%, while the highest is the price increase at 7.5%. So as you can observe here, there is no natural order for our graph. So that is why we use here the bar graph. Okay, so the third type of graph is the line graph. So whenever we say the line graph, okay, it connects data points with lines. Different series are given different line markings. Also, line graphs best show the comparison of long series and is best used when attempting to communicate a data trend. So let's have this data from annual financials of ABC Corp. So we have here from the fiscal year is January to December and all values are in million pesos. Say for instance, the fiscal year is 2015 until 2019. So let's create the line graph. So what we're going to do is simply highlight, okay, the fiscal year until revenue, then insert, then we will choose the scatter plot. So the scatter plot here, this is actually our line graph. So we have now the line graph of revenue of ABC Corp from 2015 to 2019. So let me change the design. As you can see on the graph, it is steadily increasing. So based on our table, so from 100.78, okay, it moved to 113.81 in 2016, 133.61 in 2017, then we have 161.17 in 2018, and 179.63 in 2019. We can say that the ABC Corporation is doing well in terms of their sales or revenue. Now, let's consider now the sales growth of the same company from 2015 to 2019. And let's construct its line graph. Again, so we will highlight the fiscal year from 2015 to 2019 as well as the sales growth. Again, we press insert, then move on the scatter plot. This, okay, insert the scatter plot, then choose this symbol. Okay. So if you want to change your, okay, design, so let me change the design here. So we have already our line graph. Observe that from our line graph, so in 2015, it is actually steadily increasing until 2018. However, there is a big downturn in 2000 from 2018 to 2019. So this is how we construct the line graph using the Excel. So the last type of graph that we will discuss in our topic is about circle graph. Circle graphs or pie charts best show the composition of breakdown of a whole. So it discusses that, or it shows that the relationship between a part and a whole. Now let's consider the data from Statement of Financial Position as of December 31, 2018. So we'll consider first the total assets. So for our total assets, we have the current assets and non-current assets. So the total assets is actually 4.81 million pesos. Now to create a circle graph or pie graph, so let's highlight from cash and cash equivalent until to the long-term investment. Then press insert, then look for the circle graph. So we have here, then press the 2D pie and choose your design here. For me, I would like to get this design. So in order to show the percentage of each part, then I'll put it here. So if you will observe, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. However, you have 7 entries. So just stretch it a little bit, okay, to show your last entries of long-term investment. And let's try to stretch a little bit more so that you can see clearly the percentage of each part, hopefully. All right, now, so you have here now the percentage. So then let's edit the chart title. So the chart title is rename this one as asset, okay, or assets. Okay, now, so let's try to interpret these assets. So as we can see, or as we can see on our table or in our graph, so majority of your asset is composed of your PPE or plant property and equipment at 45%, followed by your trade and other receivables at 18%. Then we have inventories at 16%. Then we have 11% for our, okay, this is actually the long-term investment. Okay. Then we have 5% for cash and cash equivalents. Then we have 3% for trading securities. And finally, you have this 2%, which is actually your prepaid expenses. So this is for the assets. Now, if we will move on now to liabilities and owner's equity, again, we have the following, okay, current liabilities, non-current liabilities, and owner's equity. Now, to construct again our circle graph, so let's highlight the trade and other payables until capital, but do not forget the amount. Again, go to insert, okay, look for the circle graph, then type in or choose guys the 2D pie. Okay, again, I would like to choose that has percentage. There, you have it. Okay, then let's stretch this one a little bit. Then I'll change to the chart title as liabilities and owner's equity. Wait. Okay, so there we have it. So let's analyze the given data. So based on the circle graph, okay, majority of your liabilities and owner's equity is composed of the capital, followed by trade and other payables at 13%. Then we have 12% for bonds payable and 2% for other current liabilities. To summarize our discussion, we discussed four types of graphs. So we have the column. So we use this one for the sequence. While for the bar graph, we use this one for the longer text labels. While the line graph is we use this to establish the trend over a longer period of time. And finally, the circle graph is to show the percentage of a part to a whole. Now, so if you learned something from this video, hit the subscribe button. And if you have comments, questions, or suggestions, type it in the comment section and I'll try my best to answer it.